Welcome to the Introduction to Spreadsheet. In this lesson, we'll be exploring the basics of spreadsheet applications and how to use them effectively. Whether you are new to spreadsheets or just looking to improve your skills, this lesson will provide you with the knowledge you need to create and work with spreadsheets in a professional setting. Understanding the graphical user interface. Before we can start creating and editing spreadsheets, it's important to understand the graphical user interface of the spreadsheet application. The GUI is the visual representation of the tools and features available to you within the application. By understanding the different elements of the GUI, you'll be able to navigate to the tools and features you need to create and edit your spreadsheets efficiently. Creating simple spreadsheets. Once you have a good understanding of the GUI, you can start creating your own spreadsheets. This section will provide you with step-by-step instructions on how to create basic spreadsheets, edit cell information, and add formatting. By the end of this section, you will have the skills you need to create simple spreadsheets that can be used to organize data and perform basic calculations. Enhancing spreadsheets with formulas and functions. Once you have created your simple spreadsheets, you can start enhancing them with formulas and functions. This section will explain the basics of formulas and functions and provide you with step-by-step instructions on how to apply them correctly using common examples. By the end of this section, you will have the skills you need to perform basic calculations and manipulate data using formulas and functions. Visual enhancements for spreadsheets. In addition to formulas and functions, you can also enhance the overall look of your spreadsheets using design features like color, fonts, and borders. This section will provide you with step-by-step instructions on how to use these features to create visually appealing spreadsheets that are easy to read and understand. By the end of this section, you will have the skills you need to create professional-looking spreadsheets that are both functional and visually appealing. Understanding the graphical user interface. Spreadsheet applications are used to manage, analyze, and present data in a tabular form. They are used in various fields like accounting, finance, sales, and marketing. What is a graphical user interface? A graphical user interface is a visual way of interacting with the computer. It consists of various elements that allow you to navigate to tools and features. Elements of a GUI. The common elements of a GUI are: title bar, displays the name of the current title and the name of the application. Menu bar, contains a list of menus that contain commands to perform various tasks. Toolbars, contain icons that represent frequently used commands. Worksheet, the main area where you enter and manipulate data. Status bar, displays information about the current task or the state of the application. Navigating to tools and features. To navigate to tools and features in a spreadsheet application, click on the menu bar to display a list of menus. Click on a menu to display a list of commands. Click on a command to perform a task. Use the toolbar to quickly access frequently used commands. Use the worksheet to enter and manipulate data. With practice, you will become familiar with the various tools and features of a spreadsheet application. It is essential to understand the GUI to use the application effectively. Creating simple spreadsheets. Step 1. Open a new spreadsheet application. Step 2. Create column headers for your data. Step 3. Enter your data into the spreadsheet. Format the spreadsheet to make it visually appealing. How to edit cell information. Step 1. Double-click on the cell you want to edit. Step 2. Change the information in the cell. Step 3. Press Enter on your keyboard to save the changes. Adding formatting to your spreadsheet. You can format your spreadsheet to make it visually appealing and easier to read. Here are some formatting options. Change the font size and style. Change the cell color or highlight cells. Add borders to cells or groups of cells. Apply number and date formats. How to add formulas to your spreadsheet. Step 1. Select the cell where you want to display the result. Step 2. Type the formula into the cell, starting with an equal sign. Step 3. Use cell references to include the data you want to calculate in your formula. Enhancing spreadsheets with formulas and functions. Basic formulas. Formulas are used to perform calculations in a spreadsheet. Here are some basic formulas. Sum. This adds up a range of cells. Average. This calculates the average of a range of cells. Max. This returns the highest value in a range of cells. Min. This returns the lowest value in a range of cells. Basic functions. Functions are predefined formulas that perform specific calculations in a spreadsheet. Here are some basic functions. Count. This counts the number of cells in a range that contains numbers. If. This checks if a condition is true or false and returns a value based on the result. Round. This rounds a number to a specified number of decimal places. Applying basic formulas and functions. To apply a formula or function, Step 1. Select the cell where you want the results to appear. Step 2. Type the equal sign to start the formula or function. Step 3. Enter the formula or function name. Step 4. Enter the range of cells you want to include in the calculation. Step 5. Press Enter to complete the formula or function. Common formula and function examples. Here are some examples of formulas and functions used in spreadsheets. Sum if. This adds up cells in a range that meet a certain condition. VLOOKUP. This searches for a value in a table and returns a corresponding value in the same row. If error. This returns a value if a formula results in an error, and a different value if it does not. When using formulas and functions, it's important to make sure that the range of cells you are using is correct and that the formula or function is entered correctly. If you get an error, double-check the formula or function and make sure that all of the cell references are correct. Thank you for joining this lesson.